Negation in Hebrew is the concept that changes the meaning of a phrase to show an absence, contradiction, or denial. Negation nullifies words and sentences and shows they're false by adding a negative. The most basic and common way to negate something in Hebrew is by inserting lo, meaning no, before a verb or adjective. So the most common pattern is a subject plus lo plus a verb or adjective, which would act as the English word not. Because Hebrew doesn't use an auxiliary verb, we simply place lo before the main verb or adjective. Some basic phrases can be אני לא רוצה. אני לא רוצה. I don't want. Masculine. הוא לא יודע. הוא לא יודע. He doesn't know. Masculine. זה לא טוב. זה לא טוב. This is not good. היא לא שמחה. היא לא שמחה. She is not happy. Feminine. This is how simple negation can be, and the same structure even applies in different tenses. For instance, Hebrew does not use a separate future negative word like won't, so we just use lo plus a future verb. For now, it's better to not show examples in other tenses because they need to be explained in future videos. To make a negative question, we keep the same structure with lo, but to give a question-like tone, we need a rise in intonation. In English, we have auxiliary verbs in word order for questions, but in Hebrew, we only change our tone. Some examples can be אתה לא בא? אתה לא בא? Are you, masculine, not coming? למה הוא לא עשה את זה? למה הוא לא עשה את זה? Why didn't he do it? Masculine. Moreover, Hebrew has special negation words that are more expressive, and they don't really have a direct translation to English, so they must be memorized as negative expressions. For instance, the word in means there is not or don't have, and it's used instead of saying yesh lo. Yesh lo directly translates to there is not, but Hebrew completely doesn't use this, and instead we have to say en. By using in, we negate an affirmative statement by changing only one word, and this is understood more in context. Some examples are yesh li zman. Yesh li zman. I have time. En li zman. En li zman. I don't have time. Yesh po be'aya. Yesh po be'aya. There is a problem. En po be'aya. En po be'aya. There is no problem. In this case, we're using a structure that has personal object pronouns, such as li, which is gender neutral, and such pronouns will be shown in a future video. Still, you can see the difference between affirmative and negative sentences through the change of one word. Furthermore, Hebrew has other words that can be used for negation, like af pa'am, never, and bli, without. When using bli, this word is mainly used to negate nouns or actions, like saying אני לא יכול לחיות בלי קפה. אני לא יכול לחיות בלי קפה. I, masculine, cannot live without coffee. אף פעם directly translates to not once, but expressively it means never. אף Pa'am is mainly used when negating frequency, and it must be used alongside the word lo, like saying אני אף פעם לא הולך לשם. אני אף פעם לא הולך לשם. I, masculine, never go there. Despite אף פעם already having a negative meaning, Hebrew can have double negatives with the word lo, which English doesn't allow. In modern contexts, Hebrew tends to have double negatives, like saying, אני לא רואה שום דבר. אני לא רואה שום דבר. I, masculine, don't see anything. However, the literal meaning of this phrase is I don't see nothing, which is grammatically correct in Hebrew, but not English. Then, Hebrew has negative imperatives and commands. When telling someone not to do something, we use a special word, al, meaning don't, in the imperative mood, with the future tense form of a verb, like saying, al telech. Al telech. Don't go, masculine. Al תדבר איתי ככה. אל תדבר איתי ככה. Don't speak with me like that, masculine. Even though we're using the future form, the imperative mood in Hebrew is used for prohibition, and it will be explained near the end of the language. After understanding negation, it's possible to combine different words and see how negative phrases act in every sentence. אני לא אוהב שוקולד. אני לא אוהב שוקולד. I, masculine, don't like chocolate. אין להם מכונית. אין להם מכונית. They, masculine, don't have a car. אל תאחר. אל תאחר. Don't be late, masculine. היא אף פעם לא צוחקת. היא אף פעם לא צוחקת. She never laughs. אני עובד בלי הפסקה. אני עובד בלי הפסקה. I, masculine, work without a break. In general, this is how negation works in Hebrew, but other nuanced concepts also exist in the language, like negative adverbs and phrases, subordinate negative clauses, and infinitives in formal style. These concepts are more advanced, and you can learn them if you wish to progress with fluency, literacy, and grammatical understanding. I, however, choose to not cover these ideas because they can be too confusing, considering that they're barely used in Hebrew speech. Still, you can learn this on your own if you want, but this is simply an expansion of Hebrew negation.